happen. A loss resulted.
A 2nd and 11 from the 19. And there's the first NFL catch for Henry Ruggs. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A huge play there on the screen pass. 53 yards.
And a Las Vegas first down.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
1 yard gain.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
He was taken down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And it's 3rd down.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. First and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. Here's Jacobs. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The Raider ball carrier.
Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. They go jet sweep here with Williams. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Bridgewater and the Panthers going to come up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And right away, he'll look to throw. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him the 1st down.
And there's a catch by Christian McCaffrey, and he plays a huge role in the passing attack. He's caught over 100 passes each of the last 2 years, so he is a defense's nightmare because how do you identify him before the snap on every play? Is he a running back? Is he a receiver? Do you go?
And the Raiders have got him. Marcel Darius flies in at 331 pounds for the sack. They're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Bridgewater. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. They find some open field here. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Darius Taylor there in to make the tackle.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the rookie, his intended target, and it's 3rd down.
By Dante Jackson.
Shotgun now for Carr. Strong coverage by Carolina. And on we go to 4th down. That was Dante Jackson, the one who got a hand in to knock it away.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Daniel Carlson to kick off.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Bridgewater steps away to his left, and he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
On the throwaway. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Bridgewater going to give this to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
And there's Christian McCaffrey with another run CMC as he's known in the Carolina area. Easily the most productive running back in the league last season. 2,392 yards from scrimmage. He's just so dangerous every time he gets the football. Whether you hand it to him, throw it to him out of the backfield, just imagine if they had the guts to let him return kicks as well. This guy is a true triple threat.
It's a pickup of 3. brings up 2nd and 7.
He's checking.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Ball carrier.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. That'll bring up 4th down after back-to-back-to-back 3-yard pickups. Here we go with McCaffrey. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. Christian McCaffrey unable to get to the marker. And the Raider D, they get the football back.
It's a turnover on down.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Carr. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
It's a game.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
Got a moot point there as they were able to connect. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage.
2 yards.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And this will be taken at the 13. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10.
At their own 24-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
From the 27, Bridgewater winds up and lets it go for Samuel. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Good coverage there by Trayvon Mullen.
What we've seen so far in this game, they are not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
Check 13.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Intended for
the passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
For the Panthers.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
15-yard line.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll take this one down near the 15. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. McCaffrey on the toss right. And he stopped immediately there.
On the carry.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and 8.
Bridgewater to throw it. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Prime.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Switch. Check 99.
Now a toss. This is McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
22.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Morrow on the tackle.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Hey, what's that? Hey, what's the ball? Check 26. Check 26.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Panthers have taken the lead.
Joey Sly lining up.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Raider offense set to get this drive started. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. And the defense obviously expecting run as well, as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15.
And it brings up 3rd.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. The final shot here before half for Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for the Raiders.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
No, I can't go. Sometimes I need a check. Not the speakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. You change name, I like your respect. Give them more than when I get expected at the back. In fact, I sat down with my accountant and said I got good news and I got bad news. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Made by Jeff Heath. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
46-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 46. A first carry for Trenton Cannon. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Bridgewater. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 17-yard line. A first down there on a pickup at 25. They'll run on first down with Cannon. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Line of scrimmage, the 9. 2nd and about a yard. Another run, this time McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Down and 3.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. It's good, and it's 21-10.
Makes the score Panthers 21, Raiders 10.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Carr. It fights him off. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Derek Brown. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Brandon, as Derek Brown gets himself up off the ground after a sack, you think to yourself, how did this guy last at number 7 at Carolina when his talent was probably top 3 in the draft? An absolute force inside, a wrecking machine, plays the run and the pass so well. And remember, could have come out for the draft last year and probably been a first-rounder, had unfinished business, and elevated his game. One of the best young rookies to hit the league.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 45. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Let's go, dude. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Makes the score Panthers 28, Raiders 10.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. The throw complete here to Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
And they'll get this to Ruggs on the jet sweep. Trey Boston up to make the tackle.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. To throw, it's Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again.
The Raiders do snap it. It's Carr. And now here is another interception. Dante Jackson picks it. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
Bridgewater going to lead the Panthers up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Well, Brandon Pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Carl Nassib showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. McCaffrey. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, go into pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a 1st down.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. It's a gain of 35.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 20-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down.
Into the red zone. It's Carr. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. And it looks like the Panthers hands team does its job. Well, 4th quarter, it felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves them with a 3rd down and 8. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Then with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And now their defense came through with a goal line stand, got them the ball back. See what they can do about putting a drive together. Long way to go.
They need to reward that defense. A goal line stand, they've got to make that stand up themselves, right? Give the defense a chance to catch their breath on the sidelines. At least get 2 first downs. 3 would be better. Change field position. Let them catch their breath.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings them up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. And Waller taking it in over the middle. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. Complete to Jones. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
A gain of 21.
Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Throwing on first down is Carr. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
A gain of 14.
On first down, Carr. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught. It's a big play there for Vegas. 41 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here.
Las Vegas.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Throwing here, Bridgewater. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7, field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. 2nd and 10. Carr to throw. Now a desperation throw deep down. This is caught inside the 15. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
First down.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. To throw is Carr. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
Touchdown.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And great field position coming up as he gets this just shy of the 45, out of bounds at the 44.
1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. One last shot now for Bridgewater. And he's going to keep it here. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward